Sniper Elite is a fun third-person shooter that has a really unique selling point. Its main distinction from other games of this type is this X-ray vision when you use your sniper rifle. You can use other weapons in the game, but it's clear that this game's mechanics were made for sniping. I guess that's why sniper is in the name. You line up your sniper rifle, you slow down time a little bit, and as your sniper rifle hones in on the enemy, you fire. And the bullet travels in this slow motion and goes through the enemy, and this is where the X-ray comes in. You can actually see what damage the bullet does inside the enemy you shoot. And of course you can shoot the enemy in any part of their body, so it's really fun to see the different animations for what happens when you shoot someone in the neck, in the heart, in the stomach, in the arm, in the leg, in the head. The world is your oyster for this brutal X-ray bullet time carnage. To quote the great John Mayer, their body is a wonderland. Now this is a game set in World War II, and your main business is killing Nazis, and let me tell you, business is booming. There was this one part of the game where I was about to kill an enemy commander, and someone heard me, and now all the Nazi soldiers in the vicinity of where I was, they were right on me, and I couldn't really escape because I was in the tower. So the second I run down the tower, they're all going to be standing right there below me, and I'll be dead in a second because I'm a sniper and I can't take a lot of damage to begin with. So what I did was I just said, screw it all, I'm going to use my superhuman sniping ability, and I sniped all the soldiers while they were coming at me. It was one of my most satisfying video game victories, and it was so much fun. This kind of pure fun carnage will happen a lot in this game, but there are also some things that hold this game back from being very good. They focused a lot on the sniping mechanics, and all the other weapons are honestly just not fun by comparison. I killed a very small percentage of the enemy soldiers in this game using weapons outside of the sniper rifle. For the most part, half of my kills are probably sneaking up behind someone and stabbing them in the head, that sort of thing. There's a lot of stealth elements in this game, and they are pretty fun, but I do enjoy the sniping more, just because the enemy's AI isn't good enough for a really comprehensive stealth game. The AI isn't brain dead, but at the same time, they're not really that smart. A lot of times I'll clearly be in someone's line of sight, but because I'm a little too far away, they just won't see me. It's like seeing an ex-girlfriend in a restaurant. Your eyes meet, and then you both pretend it didn't happen. Using the map on the bottom left, you can see which way enemies are facing, and it's pretty easy to just get past them by not getting into their line of sight in the first place. I think the hardest part of this game is not the enemy's AI, but where the enemies are placed. The enemy soldiers are strategically placed where in some points it's hard to figure out how to actually sneak past them. You have to kill a few of them off, you have to use things like grass to your advantage, or you can use various noisy machines in the environment to hide noise from your loud weapons, so the enemy soldiers don't hear you actually shooting their comrades. The story in the game really didn't interest me much and didn't captivate me. It's killing Nazis, whatever. I'm having fun sniping them. Let's leave it at that. Aside from the story mode, there's also a few challenge modes and a multiplayer mode, both of which, much like the story, didn't really captivate me. Because of where the enemy soldiers in this game are placed, the game can get really hard sometimes. There is a lot of replay here, and you will also die quite a lot. But because of the game's fun sniping mechanic, replaying levels over and over is actually pretty fun. It's something you want to do. It very rarely becomes tedious. Graphically speaking, it's not the best game I've seen for a new-gen console, but the graphics are still impressive. If you take out the sniping from this game, it would just be a pretty lackluster third-person shooter with a ho-hum generic story. But you know what? You don't have to take the sniping out of it. The sniping is in it. It is the main course of the game, and it's totally worth it. It gets an official stanburdman rating of an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
Da ist er!